Have you ever felt unmotivated, lacking energy, or lacking the drive to pursue your goals? Or perhaps you're an ambitious person, but sometimes you feel like something is missing, hindering your journey to success. The answer may lie in dopamine, the neurotransmitter that fuels our motivation and ambition. This video will explore how dopamine influences our ability to set goals, maintain focus, and persevere in the face of challenges. You will learn proven strategies to optimize dopamine levels and enjoy sustained motivation, boosting your productivity and personal and professional achievements. Have you ever caught yourself procrastinating important tasks or lost enthusiasm for a project you were initially excited about? Watch this video and discover how balancing dopamine can transform your mindset and fuel your ambition to achieve the success you deserve. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that plays a key role in regulating motivation, reward, and pleasure. When we do something rewarding or achieve a goal, our brain releases a dose of dopamine, reinforcing these behaviors and motivating us to repeat them. However, dopamine is also closely linked to seeking novelty and anticipating future rewards. It's this dopamine paradox that we'll explore in this video. On one hand, dopamine is essential for nurturing our ambition and driving us to pursue challenging goals. It motivates us to work hard, overcome obstacles, and enjoy the sense of accomplishment when we reach our targets. However, on the other hand, dopamine can also lead us down deceptive paths, leading to procrastination, distraction, and inertia. When faced with monotonous tasks or long-term goals, our brains may become bored and seek quicker and easier sources of dopamine gratification. This is where we find ourselves addicted to distractions like social media, games, or entertainment, neglecting our most important objectives. This dopamine imbalance can undermine our ambition and leave us trapped in a cycle of seeking instant rewards to the detriment of our long-term fulfillment. Throughout this video, we'll explore practical strategies for balancing dopamine levels, harnessing its motivational benefits, and avoiding the pitfalls that can sabotage our ambition. Whether it's personal, professional, or academic goals, mastering the dynamics of dopamine could be the key to unlocking your full potential and achieving sustained success. While dopamine is often associated with pleasure, its primary function is more closely related to motivation and the desire to seek rewards. In a seminal study published in 1998, researchers Kent Berridge and Terry Robinson proposed the incentive salience hypothesis, which dissects the components of reward. They argue that dopamine seems to be more related to incentive salience, wanting, than to hedonic pleasure, liking. In other words, dopamine doesn't necessarily enhance the pleasure we feel, but rather fuels our motivation and desire to attain a specific reward. As the authors put it in Dissecting Components of Reward, mesolimbic dopamine systems seem to mediate the motivational impact of incentives rather than mediating hedonic pleasure per se. Berridge and Robinson, 1998, p. 309. This insight is crucial for understanding why dopamine is so important for nurturing our ambition. It not only makes us want more than what we currently have, but also energizes our efforts to achieve goals beyond the status quo. Further research, such as the work of John Salamone and Merce Correa in 2012, reinforces that dopamine is essential for the motivation to seek rewards. They propose that dopamine regulates the perceived costs of the effort required to obtain a reward, modulating our willingness to invest that effort. So while pleasure certainly plays a role, it's the motivational function of dopamine that truly ignites our ambition and drives us to pursue increasingly greater challenges and achievements. Understanding this dynamic is crucial for effectively channeling dopamine and achieving the sustained success we seek. While pleasure may initially seem gratifying, its relentless pursuit without any underlying effort or motivation can be detrimental to our long-term ambition. As Remco Havermans noted in his article Pavlovian Control of Drug Intake, 2012, repeated consumption of easily obtained rewards without effort can weaken the motivation to actively seek out other sources of reward. Activities like scrolling through social media feeds, binge-watching streaming videos, or consuming palatable foods provide instant gratification with little or no effort. However, this pattern of excessive consumption of effortless pleasures can lead to the phenomenon of incentive satiety, where our dopaminergic and motivational response to these stimuli diminishes over time. A 2004 study by Wang et al. On dopamine regulation in the nucleus, accumbens observed that dopaminergic responses related to consumption may decrease dramatically with repeated experience. Essentially, the more we indulge in instant pleasures without the need for motivation, the less our dopamine responds, resulting in a decrease in overall satisfaction and motivation. Havermans further describes that consumption of easy rewards can weaken the stimulus-reward association for other activities that require effort, leading to a vicious cycle of lack of motivation. This dynamic can be particularly problematic for achieving ambitious goals, which often require sustained effort and delayed gratification. To avoid falling into this trap of lack of motivation, it is crucial to balance the consumption of instant pleasures with activities that nurture our ambition and challenge us to grow. Only then can we fully harness the motivational benefits of dopamine and stay focused on our most important goals. As noted by Michael Inslicht and his colleagues in Why Self-Control Seems But May Not Be Limited, 2014, a good life involves a balance between pleasure and pain. While we often seek instant pleasure, it's the ability to embrace effort and pain that allows us to attain deeper and more lasting rewards. The authors argue that without some effort, difficulty, or trade-off, there would be no sense of accomplishment or meaning in life. Pursuing ambitious goals inevitably involves friction, obstacles, and moments of discomfort. However, it's precisely this pain that makes the rewards so gratifying when we finally achieve them. Now, a personal tip from someone who truly understands how dopamine works. You know what boosts our motivation to keep producing videos packed with valuable insights? Your precious like. So if you're enjoying this dive into the science of ambition, don't let dopamine drop. Click that thumbs up to release a healthy dose of this motivational substance. And speaking of keeping motivation high, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you'll never miss a new batch of knowledge to supercharge your journey towards success. After all, as they say, dopamine today, achievements tomorrow. We count on you in this mission to unravel the secrets behind unwavering ambition. As discussed earlier, excessive consumption of instant pleasures can lead to a decrease in dopaminergic response and, consequently, to a lack of motivation. Therefore, the ability to self-regulate is crucial for balancing our relationship with these sources of easy gratification. In their article, Prefrontal Cortex and Self-Control in Addiction, 2012, Nora Volkow and her colleagues observed that individuals with substance use disorders exhibit deficiencies in self-regulation and the ability to delay gratification. This pattern of impulsive behavior and lack of control can lead to excessive consumption of substances or behaviors that provide a quick dopamine hit at the expense of more sustainable goals. Establishing healthy boundaries and avoiding constant overstimulation is crucial for maintaining balanced levels of dopamine and motivation. Otherwise, we risk entering a vicious cycle of seeking instant pleasures, only to face frustrations and drops in motivation when these artificial peaks dissipate. That's why practices like meditation, time management, and setting realistic goals can be so beneficial. They help us cultivate self-regulation, resisting the impulses of immediate gratification and staying focused on more meaningful long-term goals. As Volkow and her team noted, the ability to delay gratification has been associated with greater recruitment of prefrontal regions involved in cognitive control. By strengthening our self-regulation, we can harness the motivational benefits of dopamine in a more balanced way and avoid the harmful effects of overconsumption. As discussed earlier, while we seek pleasure, a certain amount of pain and effort is necessary to attain truly gratifying rewards. This dynamic of overcoming friction can also play a crucial role in recharging our motivation when it starts to wane. In her article, The Pain of Social Disconnection, 2012, Naomi Eisenberger notes that physical pain and social pain appear to overlap not only experientially, but also in their underlying neural mapping. In other words, our brain processes both physical pain and certain types of psychological suffering through shared neural circuits. Eisenberger cites a study in which participants showed increased neural activity in regions involved in processing physical pain, such as the anterior cingulate cortex, when experiencing social rejection. This overlap suggests that certain types of social or psychological pains can effectively replenish our dopamine levels. As the author puts it, given the overlap between the neural pathways underlying physical and social pain, it may be possible to harness physical pain systems to motivate subsequent social reconnection. In other words, experiencing this type of pain can reactivate our dopamine-driven motivational circuits. While negative experiences like rejection aren't healthy in excess, we can apply this idea in a positive way. Engaging in physically or mentally challenging activities, such as intense exercise, solving complex problems, or learning new skills, can provide a healthy dose of pain and effort. By overcoming these challenges, we replenish our dopamine tanks and recalibrate our motivational systems. This recharge allows us to return to our goals and projects with renewed vigor and determination. Throughout this video, we've explored the fascinating relationship between dopamine and our ambition. We've seen how this neurotransmitter not only fuels our motivation to seek rewards, but also drives us to pursue increasingly challenging goals. However, we've also highlighted the dopamine paradox. While it's essential for nurturing our ambition, overconsumption of easy pleasures can lead to a decrease in motivation and overall satisfaction. That's where balance comes in. A truly fulfilling life isn't built solely on pleasure, but on a healthy mix of pleasure and effort. It's the pain of overcoming challenges and delaying gratification that makes the rewards so sweet when we finally achieve them. So don't be afraid to embrace some friction on your journey. It might be exactly what you need to recharge your dopamine levels and motivation. At the same time, remember to exercise self-regulation. Set healthy boundaries to avoid overstimulation from instant pleasures. Find healthy sources of pain and effort, like physical exercise, mental problem solving, or learning new skills. This way you can enjoy all the motivational benefits of dopamine without falling into the traps of excess. So, what do you think? Ready to put these tips into practice and unleash your full potential for ambition? Drop a like down below if you enjoyed the video. I promise it'll give me a nice boost to keep bringing more awesome content like this. And if you have a friend or relative who's feeling a bit down, don't hesitate. Share this video with them. There's nothing like a healthy dose of self-awareness to reignite that fire of ambition, right?